Hi, and welcome to CH2 Reviews. We're here to help you be more comfortable, healthy, and happy. And today we are going to be going through our top 10 favorite apps for our phones. Now, these are apps that might translate over to PCs, but for the most part, it's what we use on our phones. And these are fun apps. This isn't your normal, Facebook and Messenger and Instagram. These are more of the fun, either make your life easier or
healthier or happier.
Or just downright fun.
Yes, some of them are just downright fun.
Just that.
So, in no particular order is what we're giving you these apps in. And so I'm going to start things off by telling you about one that I love that is called Hair Trend X. Now, if you've been watching some of our reviews, you've seen that our hair changes from time to time because we like to do fun things. Mine's blue right now. Hers is some beautiful red color. And so we like to play with hair, and especially we like to play with hair ideas before we go in and get our hair done. Hair Trend X is what you would use to do that. It's a great little app, super colorful and fun, and you just take a selfie image and it walks you through step by step on how to do that, how to frame it perfectly. And then the app puts different hairstyles on you, and it's simple scroll. You scroll left to right to change the hairstyle. You scroll up and down to change the color. It's got every color under the sun in it. And it doesn't have a million hairstyles, but it's got enough in there to give you a good idea of at least the length and the basic style that you want to go for. And it's lots of fun.
Yeah, and it's even got some really funky hairstyles,
it really
spikes and all that kind of stuff. So it is just a fun thing to use.
And as an added bonus, my kids thought it was hysterical and love playing on it. So I don't put apps on my phone for my kids to play with, but they actually did find this one and they thought it was hysterical. I let them take a selfie and they played with that for a little while when I was trying to keep them busy one day. So it's just a fun app. Try it out. Hair Trend X. Look for that one.
Yep. And so mine one of mine is an app called BroadcastFi. And it is by radioreference.com. That's the PC version of it. BroadcastFi is the phone version of it. And what it is it's a scanner of your local law enforcement. Where we live, we are very rural out here, and so we don't have fire departments necessarily, within in a certain amount of space. Our closest fire department is several miles away. And it's traveling mountain roads to get to us. So this is something that works really well for us. We are in Southern California with the fires that we have here. It's just always nice during fire season to be able to turn on the scanner and listen for anything that's going on. You can listen to all your fire departments, your local police departments, sheriff's departments. You just find the area that you're in and then what branch you're under. That's something that a lot of people don't realize is depending on where you are is what type of fire department and or law enforcement that you have. We are in an area to where we're unincorporated, so we fall under the sheriff's department, but our fire department is actually CAL FIRE. And so you would want to look and see what your fire department is in your area and then your local law enforcement. And you are listening to the actual calls. It is the law enforcement or the first responders talking with the dispatch center. And so you can learn a lot of the different codes, but you can also sort of be on the know of what's happening or where things are happening. So it's just a good thing to have if you're in one of those locations to where you've got a lot of things happening around you.
All right. My next app I wanted to tell you about is CGeo, and it's a geocache app by CGeo Team. That's CGEO. And it is a geocaching app. If you don't know what geocaching is, it's a super fun way to pass the time when you're out and about by yourself, with your family, with your kids, in a new area, or even around your home. You'd be surprised where geocaches can be found. Geocaches are little, sometimes tiny, sometimes bigger boxes that get hidden in plain sight. They're oftentimes on trails, so if you're going hiking, that's a great time to do them. I think there's geocaches in a lot of state and national parks. Just kind of all over the place, even sometimes in residential neighborhoods. You'd be so surprised at where they're located. But this will help you track them. It's got a navigation on it, so when you pull it up, it shows exactly where you are on a map, and then it shows all the geocaches that are in your area. You click on them to get more details. It gives you some helpful tips on how to find them sometimes, and then you go to those, you pull them up, see what's in them. You can, the rule with geocaches is you can take something if you leave something. We usually just open it up, sign the document that we've been there, and close it back up and put it away. It's a super fun way to pass the time. It is a real life treasure hunt, and it's just super fun to do, especially with kids.
Yes.
And my husband and I do it on date days on a regular basis. It's just something fun and cheap. Free is always good, right, to do. And so CGO, that's C:*GEO.
All right. I am doing the next one on Zedge. It's Zedge. Zedge is an application on your phone to just get fun stuff. It's getting your notification sounds, it's getting your ringtones, it's wallpapers, it's the live wallpapers they have a lot of. It's just really fun to be able to change up. I have a ringtone for every person that I care enough about to give a special ringtone.
Every person she actually will talk to.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
what
like
she's
talking
trying
on
to
the
say.
phone, so the people that I want to talk to on the phone have a special ringtone.
She's screening us.
Yes. But each of my email accounts have a different notification sound that comes through, so I know what count it is. It's just fun. It's fun to download. Some of the photos on there are amazing. I love abstract images, and it's a fun place to go and just look and just have your mind blown by some of the different images that people have put up.
Cool.
So very fun app.
All right, my next one is Calorie Counter and Diet Tracker by Spark People. You will find it easiest by searching Spark People in your app store. This is a free app. There's, I think with all of these apps, just about, there's always paid versions, but they are, the basic version of all these apps are free. This one is free as well. I use it for exactly what it says. It's a diet tracker and a calorie counter. You can store personalized foods into it. It also has a massive database of food. So if you go out to a fast food place and you buy a burger from there, you can look it up on there, and the information for that is already in there. It's got the calories, the protein, the carb count, a lot of other stuff too on a lot of foods. So it's a super easy way to track calories and your diet and to make yourself really aware of what you're eating. And the cool thing also about it is that it's got, if you are trying to lose weight and you're tracking calories or anything else, it's got the ability to also put your workouts into it. So once you've told it your current weight, your weight goal, and the time that you want to take to get there, it will tell you how many calories you should be eating each day. And so you try to keep your calorie count under that. But anytime you exercise or do anything above and beyond your normal activity, you can input those activities and it will add calories to your day. So if you get in an hour-long cardio session that burns 400 calories, you can plug that into your phone and you just earned 400 extra calories, which is a pretty healthy dessert.
Yes,
So,
it is.
So anyway, it's an awesome app. Look up Spark People to find it.
All right, next I've got MileIQ. It is a mileage tracker for your vehicle. The cool thing about this is that you put it onto your phone. The free version is up to 40 drives a month. I actually pay for the unlimited version, which is $5.99 a month, and it tracks all of my drives. And so I own a business, and then I also own a rental, and I'm able to write off those mileages for every time I travel to them. And so I can plug in, okay, I'm leaving from home. As soon as my car turns on, the MileIQ somehow knows to start, a little bit scary, but, and will log my mileage to my business. It shuts off when I get there. All I have to do is go in and tell it, this is business, this is for my refit class.
That's cool.
And boom, it goes into that log. You can set it up to automatically track it, but I also do other things at the same location that has nothing to do with my business. And so I put it in manually.
So it's fully customizable. then.
It's
You
fully
can-
customizable. You can actually pinpoint locations and name them. So it'll say home to San Diego, home to school, and it'll actually log them and put them into place if you don't go anywhere else.
And you can put in multiple businesses. So like you said,
Yes.
if you've got more than one location you're going to, you can say this one was for this one was for this.
Yeah, and
That's
you
very
can put
cool.
you can put in multiple vehicles. So if you're
Oh,
logging
nice.
on 2 different vehicles, you can log the truck
That is
and the
very
car, or the work vehicle and the personal vehicle, or something like that. So it is a very cool app.
Helpful.
MileIQ, that is by Mobile Data Labs.
Awesome. So our next one is pretty well known, but we wanted to tell you about it anyway, just in case you haven't heard about Dropbox.
Oh yeah.
Dropbox is an absolute necessity, especially if you happen to collaborate with other people on anything, or if you use multiple computers. Dropbox is a in the cloud storage. It works just like the files on your computer. You move stuff into Dropbox and it resides in the cloud so that you can pull it off into various locations. There can be a bit of a learning curve with figuring out how to use that and stuff so that you keep it everywhere. You got to get in the habit of copying and pasting the files to your computers rather than just dragging and taking, because it will pull it out of Dropbox then if you do that. But you can figure that out. There is a free version. We don't know what the current storage allowance is for the free version, but there are also payment plans if you need more storage, which I'm strongly considering doing because it is so useful. My favorite use for it, other than collaborating with her on business stuff and things like that, so that we've got access to all the same files all the time. We can both edit them. It tells us when we've each made changes. So if I go into something, it will tell me she edited it 2 hours ago or anything like that. It'll tell you if the other person's in it, which is key, so that you're not making changes at the same time. That will create duplicate files. You don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So if somebody's editing, best to get out and just wait.
Yeah.
But my thing that I use it a lot for is storing photos. I like all my photos that I take on my phone move to my computer, and with Dropbox, I've set up my phone to automatically load any of my photos into Dropbox. And then once a month, I go into Dropbox and pull everything onto my PC. I delete it from Dropbox, which keeps my Dropbox file from getting too huge. And I've got all of my photos automatically on my computer anytime I need them, which is awesome.
That's my
No
main
more
thing
no
with
more
it.
plugging in your phone to your computer to move all the files across manually. They're automatically there.
And you can do videos also.
Yes.
And you can change it to be just Wi-Fi or data or both, or
Yeah.
It's highly customizable. The availability of having those certain files that you use on a daily basis, literally at your fingertips, no matter where you're at, is just, to me, priceless.
Yes, it is for me too, especially when I'm working at home. I've got 3 different computers at home because I've got homeschooling kids, and so I'm moving from computer to computer constantly, and to have that continuity of my files at every single computer is a necessity.
Yeah,
So
definitely. So that's Dropbox, Dropbox.com, or the app on your phone.
Yeah.
So my next one is a fun one. It's Raindar, Raindar.
this is for you weather addicts.
Yes, which I am one. So this is by Garrett Von Doom, and it is an app on your phone that is literally just a real-time radar of storm systems. And so we live in Southern California, so very seldom do we need this.
Storms are news.
Yes, yeah, exactly. It's like top of the news, storm watch, Southern California.
We're gonna get half an inch.
So, but it is nice, is what I have found that we use it a lot for, is when we are on vacations and we're driving into some weather. It is nice to be able to look and see, okay, you know what, we're going to be hitting this storm. The highway is going right through the middle of the worst part. Maybe we should pull over at this town and wait for it to go by. It's nice to be able to just, I've got horses that I have to feed in the morning, and if we've got rain, I'll look and wait for a hole in the radar, run out and feed the horses when that hole hits, and then come back. So keeps you a little bit drier sometimes. But it's just a fun app. It does show real-time weather, radar in your area, pinpoints, literally on top of my house, so it's very accurate with that. So
Very
it's just
cool.
a fun app.
Fun. All right, my last one, and again, these were in no particular order because this is actually one of my favorites. My last app is Run by MapMyRun, and that is by MapMyFitness Inc. This is just what it sounds like. It's a running fitness app. You hit start when you leave on your run, and it tracks your run and your mileage and your pace at 1 mile distances. You can also use it for walking, for biking, for hiking, all kinds of things. It's not just for running by any means, but I think their main purpose was run. Each of your runs is stored on the app. There is social aspects to it. You can share it automatically on Facebook and stuff like that. I choose not to do that, but you can share the info, but it also stores it and tracks it. So you can look back at your running history. It can tell you how many miles you've run in the last month, in the last year, whatever. It also, I've already mentioned, it tracks your paces. So if your training and speed and time is of importance to you, it can show you what your mile breakdowns were on your long runs. And it tracks pretty accurately even on track situations and stuff like that. The GPS on it is really good, and it's a lot of fun. Their online version, if you use it from your PC, is also very cool, and you can go on and actually map out your runs before you make them. I used to do that. I don't do it quite so much anymore, but I used to run a different route every time I would go out, and so I could use this. If I knew I needed to run 13 miles, I could go on my computer and map out my course of 13 miles until I dialed it into exactly that distance, so I know where I need to turn and stuff like that. It won't give you directions as you go, but you can map it all out on the computer before you leave so that you know exactly what you want to do and how long your run's going to be.
Very cool.
I love it. Map my run.
All right, my last one is GasBuddy. I love my GasBuddy, so just used it today. GasBuddy is an app on your phone that you can, driving around, can hit find gas near me, and you touch that button and it pops up all the gas stations, their locations from where you're at, and their prices. 95% of the time, their current prices. They actually have people that check in every morning and put in the current gas price. You can actually do it from your own phone. But it's really nice to be able, mostly if you're in a town that you don't know where gas stations are, and you don't know that, oh, I'm paying here we're doing good if we're under $3.50, I think right now. I just paid $3.48 today, and that was cheapest in town. And so, welcome to Southern California.
Wow.
Yeah, but if you're in a town that you don't know, you can hit that and be able to see where the cheapest one is, and then be able to plug into that location, and it'll actually give you directions on how to get there. So it's something really handy, again, on vacation. We travel a lot by car when we go on vacation. It's a nice app to be able to just sort of have with you. Boom, we need we need gas. Where's the nearest thing? Do we need to get gas here, or can we go far enough to hit the next station because it's 50 cents cheaper?
Right.
So GasBuddy, it's an awesome app.
That's very cool. So we hope that these apps will be something that will help to make you more comfortable, healthy, and happy. Maybe there's something here today that you want to check out. If you've got an app you want to recommend to us or to anybody else reading or looking at this video, please comment below on our YouTube channel. Make sure you like the video, and please subscribe, because we're going to have more lists coming out. You can visit us online at ch2reviews.com or on Facebook at ch2reviews. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you again soon.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.